Wishy Washy Halloween, written by Joy Cowley, illustrated by Philip Webb. Mr. Wishy Washy brought the pumpkin in, carved with a jack-o'-lantern grin. He said to his wife, "Dinkum dunkum, here's your Halloween pumpkin." Mrs. Wishy Washy said, "My dear, I've just had a brilliant idea. Let's dress up for Halloween. You can be king, I will be queen. We'll go along to the village hall for the special family Halloween ball." Mr. Wishy Washy shook his head. "I think we have a problem," he said. "In this house, there's just you and me. We don't have a family." His wife replied, "Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. You and I have a family of 3. Our animals can be dressed up too, and no one will know who is who. Costumes come in every size. We will all be in disguise." That may have seemed a good idea, but it made the animals shake with fear. "I refuse to go," quacked the unhappy duck. The pig said, "They'll put us in the back of the truck." "Moo! Moo!" groaned the cow. "I will look a mess. How can a cow wear a green dragon dress?" When they were dressed on Halloween night, the cow, pig, and duck felt sick with fright. The duck had to be a big, hairy spider, 8 legs hanging down beside her. The poor pig wanted to squeal and cry. He was going to the ball as a butterfly. The cow was a dragon, green with scales and spikes on her back as hard as nails. A dragon mask was tied under her jaws. Her hooves were covered with dragon claws. Mrs. Wishy Washy said, "Don't make a fuss. You'll have a night of fun with us. We will be dressed as a king and queen, and you'll be our family for Halloween." The animals went on the back of the truck. They didn't look like a cow, a pig, and a duck. They huddled together on the bumpy wagon, a spider, a butterfly, and a green dragon. The village hall was bright with light, costumes making an amazing sight. Skeletons, wizards, monsters, and ghosts, some fat, some thin, some tall as posts. The king and queen went through the door and pushed the animals onto the floor. The queen said to them, "Now is your chance. You can join us in a family dance." It was all too much and the noise too big for the frightened cow and duck and pig. They pushed their way across the hall to the supper room behind a wall. This was better. This was good. There were no people and lots of food. They struggled and squirmed, ripped and tore until their costumes were on the floor. Now they were free to gobble and munch, food much better than a picnic lunch. When the king and queen found them there, many of the supper plates were bare. The queen gave a shriek, the king gave a moan, and they hurried to take their family home. The stars were out and the night was calm as the truck drove back to Wishy Washy Farm. Mr. Wishy Washy said, "I'm afraid, my dear, that was not a brilliant idea." "It was a disaster," Mrs. Wishy Washy said. "I'm going to send them all to bed." In the barn, the animals lay in the hay and sleepily talked about their day. The pig gave a burp. That Halloween ball wasn't such a bad thing after all.